do you want to buy a property in Mexico and want to minimize the risk of a fraud? If the answer is yes, keep looking at this video because I am going to tell you the 5 common mistakes that new buyers who are foreigners make when buying a property here in Mexico. Hello, my name is Victoria Roa and I am a real estate lawyer here in the Riviera Maya in Mexico. Me and my sister, we created our law firm and it's based in Playa del Carmen. Most of our clients are looking to invest here in Mexico, so we help them to buy here in Mexico properties. So the first common mistake that new buyer does is giving to the seller a deposit or paying a deposit without having a purchase offer letter signed by the seller. Okay, so it is very normal that here in the Riviera Maya you are asked by the seller, by the developer, or even by the real estate agent to make a deposit of around 5,000 USD, okay, in order to start the process of buying a property. It's very risky to give this money without having a purchase offer if you don't have a purchase offer that has these details. Okay, so the first detail, it will be the name of the seller, the date, okay, of the purchase offer, where it's created or signed. Also, it must contain the name of the buyer, your name of course, the number of the unit of or the property you are buying, the location of the property, and also you will need to include, of course, the payment plan, okay? So another very important thing, it will be to state a delivery date of your property and also any other special condition that you agree when negotiating that purchase offer letter. I don't know, for example, if you are going to buy a house and you want a very specific, I don't know, type of toilet, okay, you will need to put that in the purchase offer letter. Okay, and the most important part, it will be to state in the purchase offer letter the terms and conditions in case it is canceled, the offer. Okay, so when they are going to reimburse your money and also the duration of the offer. Okay, the offer normally, it will have a duration of 15 days, okay, but it must stay in which time it's going to be valid, that purchase offer letter. And of course, it must be signed by the seller. Okay, so even if it's one of these items that I already told you is missing from this purchase offer letter, it will be very difficult to get your money back because you wouldn't have in the purchase offer letter all the information needed. Okay, so it is very important that when you have this offer letter, it is complete. And also, always remember that when you make a deposit or wire transfer to the seller, okay, they give you a receipt, okay, saying that they accepted your deposit and the receipt that they received the money. So another common mistake that new buyer does is not making a due diligence or title search from the property that they want to buy. Okay, so with a due diligence or title search, okay, what we are going to do is that we are going to review if the seller is really the owner from the property, and also we will investigate and see if there is any lien or mortgage, or even if there is any lawsuit, okay, against this property. So it is very, very important that we do this. The way we do this is, of course, reviewing the legal documents from the seller, okay, the title deed when they purchase that property that they want to sell. And also we go to the public registry to verify all the movements or all the history from this property. Okay, so another mistake that new buyer does is not checking the background from the seller or the reputation. Okay, so it is very important that if the seller is a company, we will verify all the legal documentation from the company, including that the legal representative, they have all the powers of attorney or the faculties in order to sign a contract with you. Okay, also we will need to review that the seller is complying with the Mexican authorities, okay, and also with the taxation authorities. So this means that they are paying their taxes and they are doing business well. Of course, we are going to do this with a legal checkup, okay, and we are going to make a checklist depending of the company of all the documents we need to review. Okay, those are very legal documents, so it will need the help of a lawyer in order to do this, and also most of these documents are in Spanish. Also, we will need to check and double check the reputation of the seller. Okay, we will need to verify how long they have been in the area doing projects, if they deliver the properties on time, if case is a pre-sale. Okay, so it is very important to know really with who we are doing business with. Just remember this: if you don't know who the seller is, it's like marrying someone without knowing them. Okay, so we need to verify very well who is the seller. The other mistake like most buyers do is that they don't review the contract correctly. Okay, at first glance, when you review a contract, okay, you are like, oh, okay, it seems well, it has the payment plan, it has what we agree. Okay, but just remember who is giving you or who is doing the draft of that contract. Of course, that contract is provided from the seller. So therefore, the contract is going to be more beneficial, or it's going to benefit the seller. Okay, so just remember that point. Also, here in Mexico, we already have a rule that it's called the NOM 247, which regulates the contracts from sellers that are selling properties here in Mexico. The problem is that this rule is very recent, okay? It just got enforced on September of this year. So it is very important that we already have this rule that protects, okay, the clients that want to invest or buy properties here in Mexico, but not all the developers or not all the sellers are complying with this law. Okay, so we will need to verify, of course, according to the Mexican laws and also this rule, that they are complying with that part. And always remember that once you sign a contract, it will be very difficult to negotiate or change the contract. So it is very important that the contract is reviewed correctly before signing the contract. And the last mistake clients they do when investing here in Mexico is not hiring a lawyer that is specialized in real estate and also that is located in the area where you want to buy. Okay, so the last mistakes most of our clients they do is like they don't hire a lawyer that is specialized in real estate and also that is located in the state where the property is located. Okay, so first of all, it is a very specialized area real estate. So it is very important that you know that very specific skills are needed in order to advise someone that want to invest here in Mexico. Okay, and that are foreigner, of course. So first, you need to look for a lawyer that communicates in your language, okay, and of course in Spanish. The reason why is because you will need or you will like to have a very good communication, because if they don't know your language, okay, it will be a lack of information or maybe misinformation or miscommunication. So you really want to avoid that part about the language. The second advice for you when hiring a lawyer is to make sure that they are specialized in real estate and also that they are located in the area. The reason why is because here in Mexico we have different states and each state is different regulated, or they have their own rules according to real estate. So it is very important that the lawyer that you work with knows the area where you want to buy the property. And of course, if it's a lawyer that is located in the area, he will know maybe the sellers, he will know their reputation, so it will be better for them to advise to you because they already know the area. And my third advice for you to avoid this common mistake is that when you hire a lawyer, they will look for your best interests, okay? They will look out for you, they will protect you, and also they will make sure that if you are buying a property, they will ask you for your future plans, and they will make sure how or which is the best way to do your investment, okay? So thank you so much for watching this video. If this was very helpful for you, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So we will be uploading new videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and we will be glad to help you if you want to invest here in Mexico.